Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sagevivor. This episode, we are merged. Everybody is dropping their buffs, and we are jumping into the tea immediately. Friendly reminder, if you have not already, smash that like button for me to show your support for the series, and consider subscribing. It really does help out a lot, not only myself, but the cast of Sagevivor and future cast of Sagevivor. So do that, please. All right, let's see how everybody is going to be like mixing together. Merge time.
Like, I will flip on the fucking bets. I do not give a shit.
Wild ride right out of the gate.
People can grasp onto that, they'll trust you, and they will.
I could see us going at it, but we'll see.
Hairs on the sand, tide rolling in. Choose your hand.
Holy shit, okay.
Blood in the water, pick your partner. Two names, one torch, who's going farther? Says bad, chant gets louder. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water. Blood in the water, waves hit harder. Oh God, new spark, tribe get smarter. Says bad, raise that fire. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water. Day one, pairs up, lines in the shore. Vet with a rookie, do you teach or score? Handshake tight, but the current shift. Hey. Trust like a raft, can it hold that drift? Hey. Whispers at dust, plans by the pit. Hey. Notes in the palm, who's counterfeit? Hey. Idle in the tide where the moon runs harder. Red don't rip, well there's blood in the water. Blood in the water. Blood in the water. Pick your partner. Two names, one torch, who's going farther? Says by bad chant gets louder. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water. Blood in the water, waves hit harder. Oh God, new spark, tribe get smarter. Says by bad, raise that fire. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water.
What to say? First of all, how the fuck did y'all decide a marriage at 14 was a good idea? Why is there 14 people on one tribe? Like, that's absolutely insane. The fact that there was going to be at least 13 votes read today is something that, like, is unheard of. Like, how is that even a real possibility for an org? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. You guys need, like, psychiatric help or something.
Hello all, this is Stone Story. Giving a voice confessional. I'm back. So I casually just dragged everyone in Redemption. Who would have thought? So it's a bit awkward coming back, but as of right now, I think people are just trying to like be really nice. Just so I'm not an issue. I don't know. But yeah, I've managed to get myself in a good 6 alliance with, what is it, Katie and Carter. Also, like, planning a blindside on Brian. Yeah, so I'd probably say it's going quite well. I've got a hidden duo with Austin as well, which no one is finding out about. But like, I feel like if we can just get ourselves in a good position, we could do quite well. Maybe pull off some interesting blindsides, who knows? But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm hoping that I can just coast a bit in the early game and wait for someone to defect first, so then I can like pull a group together of people that I actually want to go far with.
Anyways, the competition was horrid. Like, torture is illegal. I hope you guys know that now. I don't know how someone won it. I don't know what they won. I'm assuming it's an idol of some sort, which I'm assuming Snowy got? I don't know. Katie said she got to the end but didn't win. So someone good at challenges, specifically puzzles. It wasn't me, I know that for sure. I do think Snowy, maybe Ethan, a sneaky Ethan win could be possible there. Otherwise, I don't know who it is.
Sagevivor, Blood in the Water, episode 8. It is 12:01 a.m. This is the third time I'm filming this fucking video. Damn thing wasn't focusing. Had some audio issues. Accidentally unplugged my microphone. but it is October 7th. This is right after challenge results. So last tribal, Erica went home. I was not on that tribe. I did say it didn't really matter who went home on that tribe because it would open up options. And I do think it did. And it gave up a little bit of information. Erica outed her final two with Melissa. Becca and I both believe that it's true, that was a thing. Ethan pretty much rolled over on his own partner. And it kind of brought me to a conversation with Becca where it's like, well, I don't quite understand what these people are doing with their partners. Like, I just watched Erica do something similar. Like, I've heard she was kind of inactive in here, but I watched her play in another game. Like, if you're aware that this is a possibility, why didn't you pick somebody else? I'm really, some of these relationships between the loved ones and like the returning players are very odd. I don't know. Actually, I'll bring this up. Becca and I were on voice chat today. After the challenge results, Carter apparently told Austin about Katie's idol piece, and Austin told Ryan. Dirk told Katie that Ryan was aware of it. And Becca and I were like, what the fuck? Like, Becca's told me so much shit, and it never crossed my mind to go back to my OG tribe and tell, like, my number one on that tribe. Like, I never told Katie about Becca's idol piece. Like, it never fucking crossed my mind. Like, Becca is my number one. I trust her with every fiber of my being. I tell her everything and anything that we're planning, all this stuff. Like, she's been playing this, like the dumb noob thing, right? And I mean, she is a noob to Discord. She's not a noob though, and she's not dumb at all. Just so she can leverage it. We have been leveraging that. She's not connected. She's not familiar with the org. We have this history where like we didn't really play together, even though we did, you know, like we've been trying. And like everything that we do, we've discussed it. And I mean, I talked about it in a mini confessional before where I was like, did I fuck up? Like because I told her everything about all these Discords that I've played. I wanted her to be successful. Like, she's my fucking partner. And it seems like I was the only one who did that. And then it's like, these partners are like, I don't know, Snowy won Resurgence, sent his coin to Dirk, and he said he did it because he didn't want Uli to have a target, which I kind of buy. But he knew that Uli was in this alliance, and he felt like Uli was okay on that tribe. So, even though he really wasn't. So, why wouldn't you just send him the fucking coin? I would send everything to Becca. And I think outside of Wrath and Casey, like me and Becca are probably the closest actual relationship in this game, like in real life. Like, she and I did only play one game together, and it was 3 years ago, not 5 years ago. We both went very, very far in that game, but like, I consider her a friend, even though she's on like the opposite side of the world, she is a friend of mine in real life. Like, we've talked so many times over the last 3 years. Like, we developed a friendship. Like, she's basically seen my tits.
Hello. Okay. So, ignore the filter. I'm here for my video confessional. I really don't want to forget to do it because I don't want to pull a Snowy and get a bunch of strikes. But, yeah. So, a lot of shit's been going down. Oh. My fate is the top 5. That's exciting. I was going down memory lane last night and looking at, so I've only done, like, one other org. But I've done, like, multiple versions of that org, if that makes sense. I'm sure Sarah fucking told everybody. Not in the game, but, like, you guys. And the host of that org has, like, a website, and he, like, got ChatGPT or whatever to make summaries of each, like, episode. And it's been fun to, like, read back. I don't remember any of that because that was, like, 10 years ago. So it was fun to read it. Apparently, I was, like, the idol queen, so that's fun. Here, I have not found any sort of idols or coins or whatever it is. But also, I don't really know where to look. But also they're probably snatched up anyways, so I haven't been looking that hard. I just submitted my trust rankings like before I left for work, and now I just like arrived at work. Oh, the sky is really pretty. You're not going to be able to see, will you? Oh, doxing myself. Yesterday was crazy. I don't know why Sarah's going cuckoo bananas, starting drama for no reason. It's very entertaining, don't get me wrong, but I feel like people are going to snipe me because they're worried that Sarah's going to play her coins and, like, use them for something. I don't know. Like, am I going to get caught in the crosshairs because Sarah is making enemies? Probably. I don't care that much. Like, obviously, I want to do well in this game. But there's so many existing relationships that, like, it doesn't feel very possible at this point. Like, Austin straight lied to my face and said one thing, and then he told Sarah that he's, like, connected to certain people. But he told me he literally only knows Ryan. I'm like, okay, that's very strange of you, but alright, pop off. These hoes be shady. Nothing else is new. Like, I'm really hoping we can get together an Nick, Uli, Mason, Snowy, me, Sarah alliance. Because as much as Sarah loves Katie, I don't think she's going to be with us for long, especially if Sarah is causing all this drama.
All right, guys, this game is about to be a doozy, and your girl has some decisions to make, and she still doesn't know what she's going to do. So I'm updating my confessional for your entertainment and your confusion and your enjoyment, because I've gone back and forth. Okay, Sarah decided she was done. Girl, homegirl, the queen of chaos herself was like, Gary, you out. Shit, she wants to VC. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do this. I see that, Sarah. Ooh, okay, so she wanted to get him out, right? She just made him a target. She was like, I don't fucking fuck with you, this, that, the other. She's telling people she's voting Gary, but really, she wants to go for it. And I say she, but it started with Sarah, but I think it's our entire group plus Mason, Nick. Oh my God, I'm getting so many messages. Mason, Nick, Snowy, and Uli want to do Gary, but it's really Ryan.
Alrighty. Well, this day is fucked, honestly. Like, very stressed out about it. Not because it's a different kind of stress though, because usually in orgs, I'm like, I don't want to vote this person out. They're so nice. They don't deserve it. But here, I'm like, I want to vote this person out, but it's just becoming so complicated. So what's happening is Gary's idling. Carter, Nick, Mason, and like everybody else wants to vote him. It's literally just like me, Dirk, Ethan, Melissa, Austin, don't want to vote him. So like we can't stick our necks out. We don't have the numbers. But he's idling. So that's great. I would like to vote Snowy because Gary doesn't have a freaking vote. Gary wants us to vote Sarah. I don't know what's going to happen. I do not want to be a vote for Sarah if I can help it. I mean, I will, but like, it's just going to be a mess to tell people. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. It's either going to be like a huge Sarah blindside or it's going to be a Snowy vote, which I hope is the case, but we'll see. I'm also quite worried about like Snowy and Yuri like pulling something or like someone voting me randomly, like Inky vote. So that's where I'm at. But yeah.
Me, Becca, Sarah, Katie all have a 4-person alliance, which I hope goes well, but I'm unsure. I think it's going to determine how this vote shakes out between Gary, Ryan, and just maybe some third unforeseen name that we don't know about yet, because they definitely know. Like, so the plan before this was 8-6, 8 on Ryan, I guess 5 on Gary, but someone, probably Mason, leaked the Ryan plan. So that kind of like scrapped the whole entire thing, and now I'm voting Gary with Katie. I think Ryan's still going to cop some votes, but I don't know who else is going to get votes. Mason, maybe. I could see Sarah getting some votes. I could see Snowy or Yuli getting some votes right now. As long as it ain't me, I don't care. But also, I don't want to upset Austin this early in the game, especially with Redemption. Like, if I'm going to take out Austin or his ally, I'd rather take out Austin, personally. Because rip that band-aid off quicker. Because I don't know if I'd necessarily want him in if Ryan's gone and I had a hand in Ryan's downfall. Because I think that would be a bad look for me overall. As well as I think that there's definitely some sort of like Austin, Ethan, Austin, Ethan, Ryan alliance. I think has potential to run the game that I'm watching out for, and I do want to cut that soon, but I want to be careful. Like, that's always my concern. So we're not in jury yet. For a fact, I know we're not in jury yet. So I want to know for sure that we are in the jury stage of the game before I make that kind of move. So I'm fine if Gary goes here, and then we try for Ryan next vote, maybe something like that. Just at least I know I made the benchmark of jury compared to most seasons. Also, I think voting Gary here gives me the path of least resistance. I think I can easily explain why I flipped. Afraid of the leak potential and over everything else. And I don't think Mason, Nick, Yuli, or Snowy, if they all stay, would be necessarily mad at me for flipping. So that's part of why I'm thinking of also just doing Gary here, as well as building trust with the boys alliance.
I feel scared. I don't know if I believe that they all believe that it is Gary. Ryan has gotten very quiet and is not trying to talk to me. Everyone is kind of being hush-hush right now. I need to jump in this VC with Sarah. But essentially, I'm trying to, like, still play middle of the road. I'm pretending to be Gary's best friend because I really want his idol pieces. Sorry, my brain is scrambling. I don't even know if this is going to make sense. But I'm trying to get Gary's idol pieces, or at least if I don't get them, like, let's flush them. I'm trying to be like Jules, negotiate here. I'm trying to be like, I don't want you, Sarah, screw her, whatever works. I'm trying to be like, I don't want you out, Gary. I don't give a flying fuck if he leaves. But I think Gary is actually the decoy vote, and they're trying to take out Ryan out of the game, which, yes, Ryan is a huge player. He's a target for sure that we needed to eliminate. I wonder if it's too early. I'd rather an Austin personally, but it seems like everyone's going Ryan, and I don't want to burn Dirk at all. I'm scared to burn Dirk. I'm scared to burn Ethan. I feel like I'm going to need them. I don't want them targeting me because I think they're good players. I don't fucking trust Snowy, and I don't trust Mason, and I don't trust this group. I trust Becca, I trust Sarah, I trust Carter, and I trust me. So I'm gonna be a little shysty here. I'm gonna try to play middle of the road as much as possible. I'm gonna talk to Sarah about not voting with her. I don't want to be clocked as Sarah's duo. That's always my fucking MO to get me out of these games. I need to not be attached to anyone. I mean, besides maybe Carter, right? But maybe even not voting with Carter is smart here. I want to still play with Dirk and still be Dirk's number one, and maybe, like, if Sarah kind of goes against him, I'll be his number one. Obviously, I'm going to take Dirk out of the game, too. Like, at the end, it's going to be us, but it's just tricky, we got to do it in the right order. So, I'm going to talk to Sarah. I might update in a second, but it's going to be a fucking wild night, so tune in.
We hit the merge. Oh, my God. And Melissa's safe. Turns out Ethan voted out his own partner. Didn't see that coming. I'm happy about it. I think that puts Ethan in a good spot, though. He doesn't have. Like, he won't be targeted for a while, I don't think. But yeah. So we hit the merge. Turns out that coin from Erica went to Nick, according to Melissa, because she's pretty good with Nick, Becca, we thought she was good with, we'll get there, with Nick, Becca, somewhat decent with Austin. So yeah, hit the merge, and there's Snowy came back. So there's 14 people on our tribe. So many people to talk to. It's insane. I can't keep up. My confessional is slacking because I'm just like talking to people. Yeah, so I find out from Ryan that Carter leaked Austin's idol piece. So, sorry. That Carter leaked Katie's idol piece to Austin. So I told her about that. Yeah, I just wanted her to have a heads up. Hopefully it doesn't come back. Ryan didn't want me to tell anybody, but like, I like Katie. I trust Katie. I think. You never know. But yeah. So this vote has been a clusterfuck ever since hitting merge. It's been nice talking to everybody. Sarah and Gary do not get along, and I think the beef is piping hot. the tea, I guess. I don't know. It's still early in the morning, but Sarah says that Gary never talks to her, and she found out about alliances that he was in, one of them that I'm in, which I told her, like, I might be in other alliances. If you're in other alliances, that's okay with me, as long as we have each other's back. But she went off the deep end, and there's, like, no talking to her. Like, which is kind of annoying that she's so stubborn, and, like, what she wants has to happen. I don't know. What about what I want?
So yeah, this morning I woke up to a message from Gary, a good morning message. Gary ghosts me. He's been doing it since marooning. I have talked about, like, my speculation as to why he doesn't give me the time of day numerous times. I don't know what it is, but, like, we're at merge. Like, it's too late. He's a lost cause. Like, that's it. It's unfortunate that we had other people that needed to go too. Because, like, he really shouldn't be at the merge. Like, he's literally a worthless player. But whatever. I do think either way I'll find amusement in it. Because either he's going to get out of the game and I'm going to fucking cackle, right? Or they're going to continue dragging him and he's going to find himself in the finale and he's going to outplace his little goat herders. Like, and he'll be like a 0-vote finalist. It'll be fucking funny. Either way, right? But it's ridiculous because I try every time to get these players out that people want to fucking drag them because they're not confident in their own fucking abilities or they fucking suck. And it seems to be this common fucking theme on y'all's platform. So then you get these final threes with, like, whatever. It's just not competitive. I expected more from returning players. I've said that. I meant it. And today shows a really good reason why. Like, yeah, so I woke up this morning to this message. And I chose violence. I did send a voice memo to Katie. I think I sent one to Becca. It might have been a text. But anyway, kind of like a hint, hold me back. But they weren't fast enough. So I called Gary out for ghosting me. I called him, like, a waste of my time, a waste of space, I think. I told him, like, I don't even know why you're here if you're not going to put effort in with everybody, which is literally the truth. Like, I don't play these often. I play these for fun. I find it disrespectful when someone signs up and they don't put effort in. Like, I think it's fucking stupid. Because, like, this isn't just your experience, it's also my experience. And it's disrespectful to me, it's disrespectful to the host. I don't know what you're fucking doing. So I had that interaction, right? And it made its way around the tribe, which is kind of what I wanted, right? So when I made the conscious decision to do this, it was not because of any sort of strategy, right? I was really just annoyed. Wasting time is my biggest pet peeve. It's why when I retired, I had to find some shit to do because I have to feel productive. I'm not just going to sit on my ass and like stick my thumb up my ass and do fucking nothing, jacking off into a bag of Doritos like half these men here do. Immediately afterwards, I was like, hey God, this is good. Because we had already talked about flushing his shit. So if I make him uncomfortable, if I do these things, he's more likely to feel like he's being targeted, right? Which is also why Becca and I both sort of trolled the tribal questions today. Oh, did I mention nobody has immunity? Okay, yeah.
Hello, Sagevivor. It's Nick here for my merge episode, Confessional, episode 8. There's been a lot going on. I'm very excited to update you guys, keep you in the loop. This definitely has been a merge of all time. So there's so much going on. I actually have notes pulled up for this confessional just because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So if you see me like looking over to the side or anything like that, there's just so much going on in this tribe. There's obviously 14 people, started with 13 and then we were at 14. So there's just a lot to go over. But first, so at the very start of the episode, I was gifted a sage coin, which was very shocking to me until I saw Erica was voted out. And then I was confused because I thought she would give it to Ethan because, they're partners. Like, I feel like that would make more sense. But no. I came to learn that Ethan actually voted out Erica in a peace offering brought by, like, Ryan, and I think Melissa was involved. But it was mainly Ryan, which is fucking crazy to me that Ryan was able to get Ethan to vote off his own partner. There's nothing any of these fucking losers, okay, I shouldn't call them losers, they're not losers, but there is nothing any of these people could say to make me vote off Mason. The only way I would vote off Mason is if, like, I absolutely had to win, and it would be my own decision. But, yeah. Also, I am very sick right now, so if you hear me, like, sniffling or, like, anything like that, I'm very sorry. But, yeah. All right, so I got a sage coin, so that brought me up to 2, and then we merged. So it was very nice to merge. I was not really wanting to go to tribal just because it was such a small group. There was like a real concern that Gary could have had an idol because of the 2 idol pieces. So I was very nervous about having to go to tribal because Gary would have been my target. And that would not have been good for my game if we had to go to tribal. So it was great we merged. I was really happy to meet some of the bigger players that I hadn't gotten a chance to talk to. Someone like a Sarah, like a Ryan, like a Dirk. All these people that I just didn't have much of a relationship with yet. And it was really nice to just, be able to talk to them. As soon as we merged, first, Erica, Casey, and Snowy are in Redemption. And I am fully rooting for Snowy in this Redemption challenge. This is because I'm very tight with Uli. Like, I honestly believe, like, going into this challenge, I'm Uli's number 1 in the game. Maybe number 2, behind, like, Becca or Carter. But I'm very tight with Uli. I have nurtured that relationship really hard. We get along so well. And the good thing is that a lot of people don't get along with Uli. Not like they don't like him way, in a Uli isn't super social way.
I will not be the merge boot. 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 I will not be the merge boot 14th place. I will not be the merge boot.
So I knew that, really nurturing my relationship with Uli was going to be important. So I'm rooting for Snowy because everyone voted Snowy out. I didn't have anything to do with that. And I've been super loyal to Uli, so they're going to want to work with me. I'm one of the few people who haven't wronged them. And I came to learn that when Snowy left, it was like the decoy was Mason. And Snowy didn't want Mason out, but that was the name he was given. So like Mason's name is almost cleared in a way of like, hey, I had to do what I had to do to survive. Like, it wasn't against you.
All right, so a lot was happening with this vote. Going into it, let's see. Well, first of all, the challenge was kind of confusing because it ended up saying, like, that, that nobody would win or something like that after the results dropped. I mean, I didn't complete it anyways, so I didn't really care. But, yeah. I assumed somebody won something. I was assuming Austin, just because of the way he said he abstained and didn't even try. I mean, I at least get a DNF or whatever it's called. Just at least try it to start out with, but I don't know. So yeah, nobody was immune. Everyone was up for grabs. Going into it, Uli and Snowy were what most people were saying. Because, you know, Snowy's messy, nobody trusts him, and he got voted out before, and then Uli's pretty quiet, and Snowy's partner. But yeah, Nick felt good with Uli, so he wanted to work with him, and I agreed to it because Nick is my partner. So we ended up making an alliance with them two, plus Sarah and Becca. And I also have an alliance with Sarah, Becca, and Nick. So that's like the core four for me right now. But yeah, because he wanted to work with them too, Gary's name started floating around, and then we were like, well, Gary has these 2 idol shards from the hotel that he got from Melissa, so he's got all these advantages. It might be a little dangerous to go for him. So let's just say his name to get his stuff flushed. So say his name is like a decoy, and we could go for someone else. And we ended up landing on Ryan, who used to be my number 2 for quite a while, but ended up finding out he has all these different, like, alliances and stuff. So yeah, he's playing middle very heavily, so it's kind of hard to trust to see if he's actually on my side or not. So yeah, that was the plan, to go for him, and it was with the group, like the alliance that was made with Uli and Snowy and Sarah, Becca, and Nick. And then we were also going to loop in Katie and Carter. Yeah, so Carter was on board for it. He wasn't talking much, but he was on board. Katie wasn't responding to anybody, but Carter was saying that she was on board. But in DMs after a while, she started saying she was on Gary or something like that. And I don't know, we were kind of confused. Like, did she get the memo? Nobody really knew. But yeah, while I was at the movies, come to find out that somebody leaked the Ryan vote, so we had to switch to Austin to kind of counteract that. We assumed that Carter or Katie leaked it, so we left them out of the switch and told Snowy and Uli that we were switching to Austin, but that also leaked because Gary played his idol.
Twink vibes and my filter vibes. I'm gonna be so fucking real. I have been through this whole day chilling. Like, I'm just like, I'm whatever. Cause like the whole day it's been like, oh, is it Gary or is it Snowy? I don't want to vote for either. I might have a pre-existing relationship with both of them. Although Gary I voted out. Actually, you know what? Snowy I voted out 4 times. But I do like Snowy, and I do think he's like he's like the correct amount of chaos to keep around. However, like for myself, and then you know what, like Ryan's my partner, so I'm going to talk about Ryan. So Ryan, to me, like, I've been talking about for a while now how he's very like, oh my god, like I have so many alliances with like everyone in my tribe, like I'm like best friends with everyone, and I'm like, Ryan, you are a dumb bitch, you're going to get clocked for that. And he's like, you're so negative, you're bringing my vibes down, like, it's stressing me out. I'm like, no, Ryan, you're not fucking listening to me. This is not like a normal Survivor season. This is blood versus water. These fucking people are going to compare their notes and say, oh, are you close with Ryan? Oh, are you close with Ryan? Are you close with Austin? Are you close with Austin? And then they're going to say, yeah, they're all gonna, and then they're gonna, and so that's kind of my point. Is like now apparently Ryan's a vote, my partner, and like I kind of been like very chill about it. I've been texting people, but I've kind of been playing it, downplaying. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so drunk. Like, what's going on? And like, oh, like I don't know, whatever. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll vote for Gary because everyone wants to vote for Gary. Gary apparently is the vote in my mind, which all day I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. How is this a final 14 and it's gonna be like a 13-1 as far as I know? Because like I know Gary doesn't have a vote. I know Gary has an idol. Gary has told me he has an idol. Ryan told me he has an idol. This is weird. And everyone, like, I'm like, this is weird, but whatever. I'll vote for Snowy because I know Gary's gonna idol himself. So, whatever. You know what I mean? And then we just keep going on forward, whatever, casual, until this whole Ryan thing comes out. And I'm not shocked about it because I'm like, Ryan, you're kind of a silly boy. You shouldn't be doing this. I don't care if you're like, it hurts my feelings, Austin. I'm like, you can't just be playing everyone in a blood versus water season. You literally got to pick a side. And like, he's like a 2-time winner of a blood versus water season. I've won 0 blood versus water seasons, and I fucking know that. And he's like, no, that's so weird. So anyway, I'm like trying to get a group together now to save him. Me, Dirk, Melissa, Ethan, and fucking Gary. Because Gary is already like a single, Ethan's a single, and then like I feel like my closest bonds are like with Melissa and freaking Dirk.
Okay, quick hot mess car video time. It is, well, I thought I was going to send a video and say, well, it should be an easy vote. Probably going to be, it was between Snowy and Gary and Uli. And I didn't want to vote Uli. And Dirk had told me Gary got the idol from the challenge. So things got a little complicated. And then Gary was going to idol, and we were going to toss a couple votes on Snowy. But Gary wanted to blindside or idol out Sarah. But Gary doesn't have a vote. Nobody wanted to vote Sarah. So then it was Gary was going to idol, and a couple votes were going to be on Snowy and C'est la vie. But now apparently a group of people are voting for Ryan. I have no idea. So apparently Nick and Becca, who told me they're voting for Gary, so they'll be leaving me completely out of that, which is odd because Nick and I have shared the same sentiments about Ryan and our thoughts on trust with Ryan and where Ryan was. So I'm surprised if he completely leaves me out, but whatever. Uli and Snowy are voting apparently Ryan, maybe Carter, maybe Katie, maybe Sarah. Honest to God, I have no fucking idea what's even going on right now. No idea. Apparently I'm now in an alliance with Gary and Austin and Ryan and Dirk. Bet you this is Gary's first alliance with a girl. Sarah's been counting, and I don't think she said he didn't have any. So, woohoo, me, I'm breaking ground. Yeah, so no idea. I'm missing whatever chat's happening in there right now, so I can do this because, I don't want to strike or anything. So that's where we're at. I have no idea. Could be me. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, what ended up happening was Snowy came back and I was super excited. I immediately messaged Snowy. I'm like, look, I want to work with you. Like, we'll get to the hey hellos later, but I want to work with you. I am locked in with Uli. I don't know what happened with your vote off, but like I promised, like I'll work on Mason. And we had a really good conversation. Me, Uli, and Becca, like we were 3 on the swap. So I'm like, why don't we all just work together? And that alliance pretty naturally came together. At first it was kind of like a fake thing, not a fake thing, but like I didn't really care about it that much. Just because like I was like, okay, like maybe like Uli and Snowy could be numbers. I know like they might be some of the easier votes, but like I wouldn't want to vote for them. But as the merge episode came along, I'm realizing just how valuable Uli and Snowy are. And I think Becca and Mason and Sarah feel pretty similarly. Because that's my core 6. Like, I thought coming into the merge, my core 6 would be me, Mason, Becca, Sarah, Melissa, and Dirk. But I'm realizing that, like, Uli and Snowy are much more valuable than Melissa and Dirk. Uli and Snowy are forced to work with us. They have no one but us. They are less social than the 4 of us. They are good in challenges. They are good to, like, get advantages. Like, they're going to be shields, and they're loyal to us. Like, there's absolutely no reason. And I think we're all better players than Uli and Snowy. No offense. But they're perfect numbers. Like, I want to work with them. I also just adore Uli as a person. Like, I want to work with them. That is kind of my core group.
Her thing has just been like, I'm voting gay. No matter what. So I'm trying to find other options like Snowy or Yuli. Yeah. So the plan was for Gary to idol, because he got an idol from the challenge. It was a horrible challenge where we all had to do a puzzle gauntlet and very few people finished. I suspected Katie might have beaten it because I knew she did complete it, and I VC'd with her. And while I'm talking to her, Gary messages me that he has the idol. So, yay. But then now we have to use it because Sarah is so adamant that Gary goes. I don't know. They're really worried about Gary. I'm more worried about Snowy or Yuli. Easy numbers for them to pull in. And I'm not I wasn't super aligned with Gary, but the more Sarah has pushed and made this a thing, the closer it's pushed Gary to me, making him tell me about his advantages. And, other people aren't trusting him, so he's trusting me. So, yeah. Fast forward, Ryan found out that they were pulling a move without, that they are pulling a move without telling me. I got left out, or I'm getting left out. I don't know what's going to happen, but, I was told that they were going to vote Ryan. I think Snowy leaked that. But yeah, supposedly Sarah, Mason, Nick, Snowy, Yuli, and Becca, Katie and Connor, which I can't believe Katie and Sarah would not tell me about something like this. I don't know, this big. And this early on, the first vote at Merge is crazy to me. And now, people want to vote Sarah, and I'm having a hard time choosing what to do with my parchment. I know we're going to idol Ryan. And Melissa and I keep going back and forth. She thinks that she keeps talking about how if we vote Sarah out and she comes back, she's going to be pissed. And then also if she doesn't go home, she's going to be pissed. But I can't have my Rai go home. So I hope we idle correctly. I think I might vote Sarah. I don't know. It's really tough. We're going to see what happens. I feel like this is going to be a dramatic tribal. I'm scared. As long as Ryan doesn't go home, as long as I don't go home, as long as Melissa doesn't go home. Yeah, everybody keeps asking me, where am I going to put my vote? And it's just it's hard to know because Melissa is a little weary about voting for Sarah, and that's what other people want to do, and there's no alternative. Katie called me. She wanted me to call, and she was telling me, she was acting she seemed like she was trying to fish for information. She was like, hey, so what's going on with tribal? Everything's weird. And she said Sarah's being weird, even though according to what I heard, she's in on it. So I don't know. So I started acting like I don't know. I'm voting Gary. And she said she's voting Gary. So I don't know. She seemed really genuine when we were talking. And I can't tell if it's I love Katie. I can't tell if it's a really good Oscar performance or if she's really voting Gary. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I thought I had a good relationship with Nick too. Melissa's feeling pretty burned that Nick and Becca didn't tell her about this, and I think it's made her more willing to vote for somebody who isn't just like an easy vote. But she also still thinks maybe an easy vote's good. I don't know. We're gonna see.
So immediately we merge, and I get paragraphs. I mean like walls of text from both Carter and Austin. And we'll start with Carter, but Carter was basically apologizing for everything that happened with like the stray vote thing, and then apparently at the KC tribal, Carter voted for Mason, so he was apologizing for that as well. And he was just explaining to me, he was like, I was told that you were the person who voted for Casey, and I just thought it was sketchy, and like I didn't know what to believe. And he basically just went through everything with me. He told me that the only person he talked about it with was Austin, and that Austin couldn't be trusted. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect. Let me throw Austin under the bus. So I lied to Carter, and I basically told Carter, I was like, yeah, Austin told me that you said that. And then it started getting around to me by multiple other people. The only two people who ever told me anything were Melissa and Becca, and they heard it from Austin. So I wanted Carter to think that like Austin actively was throwing him under the bus. Because I do genuinely, I believe that Austin threw the vote on Casey. I genuinely believe that Austin threw the vote on Melissa at the Sal Tribal and tried to pin it on me.
So yeah, the Gary of the room, I guess. I still need to talk about that because that's kind of the mess that happened today and I caused it. So I was like, okay, we can use this because we want to leverage like whatever. And I'm hoping it ripples through the tribe. And it did. So both Ryan and Ethan approached me about like this argument or tiff that I had with Gary. And to both of them, I was just like, I don't view it that way. Like, if some mediocre man is going to waste my time, I'm going to tell them they're wasting my time.
Okay, so merge so far has been pretty good. The fallout from voting off Erica doesn't seem to be that extreme. Yeah, she kind of like popped off, but I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact, to be honest. Like, girl, like, whatever. But, like, I'm still close with, like, my original 5-person alliance with, like, Dirk, Katie, Sarah, and Ryan. Like, I'm still close with them. I've been getting to know all their partners well. I like Melissa, and I like, what was her name? Becca? Whoever Sarah's partner is, I like her. Katie's partner, oh my god, I'm like so bad with names. Katie's partner is kind of boring to talk to. So is Yuli. Like, they're just not giving me much of anything. I like Nick. I played with Nick before, so I know his vibes, and like we're doing well on like together again. There's not a whole lot of people I'm like not vibing with. I've actually had a lot of more conversation with Mason in this merge than I thought I would. I thought we would be pretty like not have a lot of conversation like how we used to. But maybe we just need that little time apart to like, you know, to like really appreciate what we were missing out on with each other.
I wanted Carter to know that I no longer trusted Austin because then I would need to trust someone else in that place, and that would be Carter. So we talked, we hashed it out. It was a really good conversation with Carter, and I trust him. I genuinely believe that like it was just a misunderstanding and that Austin was trying to get in the way between us.
Like, I don't know who y'all think I am in real life, but what you see is what you get. Like, this is me in real life. Like, I am a hothead. I don't take shit from people. And I'm damn sure I'm not going to waste my time on mediocre fucking people. Like, I'm sorry you have no success. I don't know what you want me to say. And at this point, like, we're at the merge. Like, it's too little too late. And he's still here because he's being dragged. And that's annoying to me because I'm in this game with players who are fucking stupid as hell.
And I think that we honestly are going to grow stronger from this. Like, I want to work with Carter. I really do. Like, I want us to get back to where we were day 1, day 2. where he was my number one person and we got along really well. Like, obviously the first episode or two, he was number one on my trust rankings. I would absolutely love to get back to, like, I mean, he's not going to be above Mason, but like if he could be number two for me, and that would be awesome. I would absolutely adore that.
So let's see, who else do we have left to talk about? Oh, I don't even know. I feel like that's basically everybody. I'm not feeling too bad about anybody like in the game right now. Am I a little worried that the duos could just pick off all the singles? Honestly, yes. But I'm hoping not. But it's just like, oh, there's so many people that I was aligned with from my original tribe that like we're all going to want to work with each other's partners. And nobody's going to be like, oh, nobody's going to want to be like, hey, Sarah, can we vote out your partner? Like nobody's going to be like, hey, Dirk, can we vote out your partner?
I think tonight's going to be crazy. I've already told my boyfriend that I cannot go to Magic the Gathering because I need to be sat for all the scrambling that's going to happen. If I could make a prediction, there's going to be some votes for Gary, some votes for maybe Uli, which makes me sad. This lady's walking on the other side of my car now. I don't want her to see what I'm doing because that's embarrassing. Oh no, my torch is snuffed. This is my ADHD brain. I don't fucking know. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to get Sarah to flesh out some shit. I've already had Gary and somebody else, maybe Ethan, say something about hearing Gary's name. So I feel like they're trying to make us think Gary is the target, but Gary's not the target. If anything, we would just want Gary to play some shit. And I'm assuming they want Sarah to play some of her shit because she's rich. And then they'll probably vote for Uli or Snowy is my guess. Because those are the easy options. But for my game, that's not a good scenario because I feel like they're with us. Could be totally wrong. Who knows? But yeah. Also, Carter's fucking stupid. Why did he tell Austin, of all people, about Katie's idol piece? Like, that boy. Like, I get he's young, but, like, he's very naive. Like, Austin, I could see through that guy from a mile away. Him and Ryan are the same. They're, like, one of those people who just, like, talk to everybody, get along with everybody. They're very charismatic, easy to talk to. But they're like that with everybody. Like, you are not their number one.
We've also got the conversation with Austin. He basically, same thing, wall of text. And it was a lot of nothing. He was just like asking, like, are we okay? Like, I don't know. Like, I know my name has been like brought into this, but I want you to know I had nothing to do with it. And like, I want you to know that we're okay. And he was really going in on that. And then also explaining how Ryan and Mason were really close so that we needed to stay close. And he didn't like really give me enough of substance for me to not believe that he threw the vote. Especially after hearing everything from like Becca and Melissa and now Carter. There was just too much stuff adding up. But the conversation with Austin did make me realize that, like, because of the partners and the Blood vs. Water partners and all that, like, this all got out to pretty much everyone. Like, everyone in the game knew. So after my conversation with Austin, one, I do not trust Austin at all. I probably will never trust him in this game. He is so fucking shady. He is so social. He's impossible to talk game with. And he goes out of his way to throw me under the bus. Like, fuck you, Austin. I'm after you, and you're going to get karma because I actually kind of was loyal to you, and you've gone so far out of your way to try and tank my game. And one thing you will learn is that you do not fuck with Nick S, because Nick S will get you out of the game.
Like, all my messages, oh, I'm so social, I'm chillers, and whatever, like, vibes, whatever the fuck. Now it's, like, super for real, and, like, here's the thing. Like, I know Ryan's a goof. I know Ryan's a little goofy, a little pick-me vibe, but I can't get rid of him at Final 14. If, like, I'm never against voting for Ryan, but I can't do that at Final 14. Get so fucking for real. And Snowy would. And you know what? Snowy's the one who told me that, like, Ryan's the vote. And so, like, Snowy, thank you so much for telling me that Ryan's the vote, because, like, it's not going to go the way you think. I'm going to make sure that happens. all I have to do is just be chill with everyone else and like act chill and not give anything away. I can have like a paranoid vibe, which is like, oh man, I'm drunk, whatever. At the same time, oh my god, Snowy messaged me right when I said this. Crazy. Ew. I'm trying to make like some sort of like secret bond together with like all these certain people and just kind of figure it out. This is what I'm figuring out. This is what I know how to do. No shade, no tea. I mean, I'm happy for them that they wanted to throw the first stone because like I love a good drama. I really do. Honestly, I do. But I can't like in good faith like push it myself. I need to be the reaction to the action. And this is very much an action that's going to get a great reaction, if that makes sense.
Like, so I'm just kind of worried, but even with that being said, there's still, like, we still got Gary and, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about Snowy. I was going to say Yuli doesn't have a partner, but now it's just me and Gary who don't have partners. So, like, I think I have a better relationship with people than Gary does. So, like, hopefully if they want to pick off a single person, right, like at this merge, Gary would be totally fine with me, I guess.
So yeah, it was just a very confusing tribal, and Gary ended up basically idling himself out at this point, which was kind of funny.
And just like that, our boy Gary was voted out. Gary, we hope you enjoyed playing again with us in this Blood versus Water format. However, you are going to Resurgence River, so you're not necessarily counted out yet. And of course, there's more tea in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sagevivor. We love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.